What's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are gonna see a review of a game of mine. Okay, it wasn't a really good game, I should say, but it wasn't a bad one either. Okay, I'm white, the opponent is black, and let's get started. Before we start, I just want to let you know to please subscribe to me. It's free, and we want to win the subscriber race to 200 against Ethan Hockey. So let's get started with the game. This game brought me to 1800. I have been 1800 for a while, but I think I went down to 1700, but I went back up to 1800. So this is the game. That's really the only thing special about it. It starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, and bishop to c5. Stockfish gives this as an inaccuracy because you have the wonderful center fort trick with knight e5 and knight capture c5, but he didn't capture the knight. What would happen if knight captures e5 is d4, which forts both. And what most people play right now is bishop captures d4 instead of bishop d6. And if you see here, bishop captures f2 is also pretty common in this position. Actually, if you see this, most people play knight captures c5, bishop captures f2, and queen f6. Knight f6, for some reason, is a 100% win rate for black. I do not know. But he goes on to play queen to f6, which threatens checkmate. There are two lines here. I assumed that no one would play this against me. Well, assuming is wrong. So knight g4 is the proper line here, but oh shit. I played knight f3, which blocks the checkmate threat. It's a slight inaccuracy. Just easy from 2.2 to 1.6, and then he plays knight d4, which brings my advantage to 3.4. Capturing was a mistake. Actually, knight to d5 was better, but I was scared about something like this happening. Then, yeah, this. I didn't really like this structure. And I knew my opponent would castle queenside instead of kingside because of this. So, I mean, there are some weaknesses I could attack, but I just didn't really like this idea. Knight captures d4, bishop captures d4. But I played queen e2, which was another mistake from me, because it protects a pawn. Then again, I don't really want to double my pawns right now. So, why am I trying this? I don't really want to double my pawns right now. And look, most people play queen e2. Then people play also queen f3. But queen e2 was played. d6, and now I played knight d5. And this threatens a fork, and you can go here, which leads just to a triple fork. Oh god. But like, you can't go here either, because I'll just capture it. So you have to like bring your queen like all the way back. And then I played c3, bishop to c5, which was an inaccuracy to Stockfish. I do not know why. Then d4, and then now I have complete control of the center. e5, trying to rip the center away because the king is in the center. My king is in the center too, but the queen is blocking the king's path. He takes, which is an inaccuracy. And the funny thing is that 2023 March, meaning this year, someone has played this line. But this all stops when he or she, I don't want to assume genders. Knight to e7 blocks the check, but leads to another attack, and I blundered here. Knight captures b6 is a blunder. What I was scared of was that maybe they do this and then this would happen. But I missed the fact that this is actually checkmate. And they have to capture my knight or else it's checkmate. But that's not what I did. I played knight captures here. And then I played this. Very bad. Okay. Rook to f8. Again, rook to g8 is defended by the knight. Okay. So they play rook to f8, which I found interesting. You should work on the weaknesses. Okay. But I really want to keep it simple, and I just captured the pawn, which is led by this, and my attack is pretty much over now. But after he plays c5, I play bishop to e3, which is threatening the pawn. Here, knight there, and then I played this. And I was scared, because right after they played this, I was like, oh god, they're gonna do the same thing to me. But obviously I had long castle. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. C captures d4, and I do a series of this. I played bishop here, and I thought they'd actually play queen captures, but obviously I have to launch castle, and then I have this attack on the bishop, the attack on this c6 pawn, the attack on this b6 pawn, two ways. So yeah, obviously there are some problems after he plays this. I mean, right now the c6 pawn is defended by the queen, right? So, but I have an eye on this. I have an eye on this, and I just have to launch castle and then kick the queen out, and then I can, you know, ruin everything for them. Like, look. Launch castles. Now, let's say they decide to go back. Now I have this, which walks into a discovered attack. Now, if you move the queen away, let's say you move the queen here, let's say, you have this, and that's checkmate. You have this, and it's still a mate in 3, and you're just winning a clean queen for a rook, obviously. You can play this, which is slightly worse than rook e1, because there's no hashtag on the evaluation, but you still win a queen, which is good. Okay, but my mind was like, just play queen e5, bro, right? And it leads to a trade. Okay, I'm still winning here. Castle, launch castles, and launch castles also. Then after f6, bishop to d4 actually removes the protection from the rook. And now you have this. You have this attack, but then obviously I capture. Maybe this was also good, but I captured this. Rook there. I again remove protection from this rook. Oh god, from this rook. So the bishop has to move away. I play king to b3, f5, h4. This is an outside passer. It's this and these two pawns are the most. Oh god. These two pawns are the most important pawns, so I have to keep them. King d7, rook d1. If you're thinking, which what I was thinking also, it works actually. But what I played was this, and I think rook to d1 was way better. It forces a rook trade. Okay, I realized that I could have played that, like after a few moves. But here, check, here, here. Then bishop d3 was an inaccuracy. It removes all the advantage I had. Okay. I just wanted to rook trade. Okay. So rook trade did happen, and now I'm just walking. I'm just walking peacefully through the dark squares for my king, and like there's too much pressure for them to handle. Like they have pressure over here, they have pressure over here. This is defended by the bishop. I have this coming also. I also could go here, and he has to defend his pawn. There's too much pressure. Like usually opposite color bishop endgames are draws, but I'm up 4 pawns. Like you can see, I'm up 4 pawns right now, and the pressure was just too much, because he did like submit after this. He resigned, and white was victorious. So that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll try uploading some more. I'll also try to upload Fortnite's kind of opening kind of lesson. Okay? So until then, goodbye, and make sure you subscribe and like the video.